Hey guys, Miss Morris here. So in this video, we are going to briefly discuss the reading lesson and its skill for the week. Our skill of this week is finding the main idea. From a previous video that we watched this week, we learned that the main idea is simply the main topic the author is talking about within a paragraph. We also learned that we can usually find the main idea within the first sentence of the paragraph, but that's not always the case. There is another way to find the main idea if you don't see it in the first sentence, and we are going to learn how to do that today. The other way you can find the main idea within a paragraph is looking at supporting details that the author gives you. So in this video, we are going to look at a paragraph in this week's story, Life on the Ice, to see if we can find the main idea using supporting details that the author gives. So let's get started. So you guys are probably wondering what I mean when I say using supporting details to find the main idea. Well, if you don't know what a supporting detail is, a supporting detail is simply the author's facts or examples that they give to help you, the reader, fully understand or clarify what the main idea is. So it's just something that helps you, the reader, find what the main idea is. So I want you guys to turn to page 171 with me in your reading book, and we are going to read a paragraph together, and we are going to find the supporting details to see if we can come up with the main idea on our own. But before you start reading with me, I want you guys to make a T-chart that looks like this in your black and white notebooks. One side will have main idea, and one side will have supporting detail. And we are going to fill this in together based off of what we read on page 171. So here we go. So starting at the top of page 171, let's read this together. If you want to read with me, that'd be great, just to help practice your reading skills. So let's go. The South Pole is at the bottom of our planet on the continent of Antarctica. This region is even colder than the Arctic, sometimes plunging to negative 125 degrees Fahrenheit. In winter, parts of the ocean surrounding Antarctica freeze over, doubling its size. Antarctica is the coldest, driest, windiest place on Earth. It is so isolated that no human had even seen this continent until 200 years ago. So now we are going to look for some supporting details to see if we can find the main idea of this paragraph, because it doesn't come out and clearly state what the main idea is in this paragraph. So we're going to look at some facts or examples that the author gives to help come up with a main idea. So looking at this paragraph, what is a fact that you see? If you said sometimes plunging to negative 125 degrees Fahrenheit, you are correct. So on the supporting detail side, this side, I want you to write, this region is even colder than the Arctic, sometimes plunging to negative 125. So let's write that together. So your T-chart should look like this at the moment, listing one fact or one supporting detail that you found within the paragraph on page 171. Let's look and see if we can find another fact. Let's see who can come up with another one. Ooh, I see one. Do you see where it says Antarctica is the coldest, driest, windiest place on Earth? That's a fact, so I'm going to write that down. Let's write that down together. So now your T-chart should look like this, with two supporting details or two facts that the author gives you. So now we are going to look at these two facts that we have wrote down together to see if we can come up with the main idea. So if we looked at both of the facts, they both have something in common. Let's read them together. One fact says this region, meaning Antarctica, is even colder than the Arctic, sometimes plunging to negative 125 degrees Fahrenheit. So this fact is saying that Antarctica is really cold and that it can get up to negative 125 degrees Fahrenheit. That is really cold. Now let's look at the second fact that we wrote down from this page. It says Antarctica is the driest, windiest, coldest place on Earth. So this fact is also talking about how Antarctica is really cold. So the one thing that both facts have in common is that Antarctica is really cold. So I think that's what our main idea is. So I'm going to put in the main idea section, Antarctica is extremely cold. I don't know about you, but I've never been someplace that got up to negative 125 degrees Fahrenheit. I get cold when it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I couldn't imagine being in the negatives. Ooh. So that is how we have found the main idea using supporting details. We looked at a paragraph. We found some facts that were listed in the paragraph. We looked at what the two facts had in common, and that is how we found the main idea. So our main idea on page 171 is Antarctica is extremely cold. So now that we know how to find the main idea using supporting details, I want to play a little game. This game is called the two-word game, and here's how to play. So we know that the main idea that we found today was that Antarctica is extremely cold. Well, your job is to find two simple words that basically support your main idea. So I'm going to model how to do this, and then at our next Zoom meeting, we will discuss the words that you found. So for the main idea, Antarctica is extremely cold that we found, my two words to support that is white and freezing. The reason why I chose white is because there's lots of ice, and I chose freezing because it gets really cold in Antarctica. So let's see what two words you guys find and see if they're even better than mine. But until then, bye.